May 2021 marked the end of my journey in Lazada Malaysia. It was my 2 years and 5 months experience in this e-commerce industry. As I graduated from this Lazada University, I want to document the feelings and memories that I have gathered in this place. Back in May 2018, my journey in Lazada began as a social media analyst under the marketing department. In the social team, there was only the three of us, Omar, Hafiz, and me. Back then, I was just a fresh grad from media and creative studies background. I don't really understand about e-commerce. All I know was just to click the checkout button on the Lazada app. So, when I first joined the social team, I was given a lot of opportunities to learn and explore my skills. My job was to contribute ideas to drive awareness and engagement on social media platforms while executing plans with other teams like branding and commercials. So ultimately, my job is to promote Lazada brand and the sales campaign. In June, it was the start of my Lazada TV era. I used to produce countless of Facebook live stream with the guidance from my co-workers. Back in the days, we used to have 3 to 4 live streams in the consecutive days. Imagine I used to write the script on my own for every Facebook live. So my work basically is to deal with multiple brands, to manage the live stream products, to manage the speakers, production crew, and conducted the Facebook live myself. Back then, we don't have a proper studio, so I had to do the live stream in the office pantry area. That means I need to set out the place every time I do live. I remember last time Hafiz and I would have to move those furnitures and equipment around the office just to set up the place. Sometimes I get to attend Lazada event like this seller conference. It was a huge event back then for Lazada sellers. There were a lot of people over there from different brands, different speakers. There was also a press conference. So I went there for live stream and other work. Honestly, I was nervous and scared because I was alone. So when Omar finally arrived, I was like, oh my god, thank god. To be honest, those few months was tiring, but there was the time when I grew up very fast because I get to handle multiple campaigns in a short period of time. Lazada is an open office. We used to sit around to do work and had our fun time together. I have met many friendly people over there. They were very nice to me. They are team building night, badminton nights, and also the company open house buffet. In Lazada, I was amazed at the office massage chair, the ping pong table, pool table, all kind of entertainment. The company also provided fruits and dinner, and there was also unlimited snacks vending machine, which I was very surprised. For me, it was the coolest place for me to work back then. Everyone has got their first time. I remember how excited I was when I first got my campaign t-shirt. I was very proud to be working in Lazada. But soon after, I was feeling swamped with the workload. After all, it was only the 3 of us in the team working for all kinds of campaign. Most of the time, I had to OT until late night and took Grab back home. Sometimes I would drive to work, but I really hated the traffic in the office area. During 99 campaign, my first ever mega campaign, I OT with the team and spent the night at the hotel nearby, provided by the company. My life was all about D-Day, mega, teasing, GMV and engagement, blah blah blah. Fast forward to September, our team decided to expand. I called it out on my IG asking my friend to join me, and a future friend of mine then joined the social team. Later on, Cindy joined in as well, and all of us had good chemistry working together. We had our honeymoon from Pink October and Halloween. There are endless party and open house in the office. But what came next is our first ever Double 11 campaign. The biggest one-day sales, aka the most challenging campaign ever, because we are gonna have so many marketing initiatives to execute. It was my first Double 11. I feel so thrilled to be part of this. So in those endless OT nights, I worked hard and played hard with the team. There were so many things happening, but we are all in this together supporting each other. That year was special because it was Lazada's first 11/11 Super Show. This show was gonna happen in a huge stadium with public audiences. The event was collaborated with Media Prima and we were giving out a brand new car. This was one of my favorite pictures in my working life. It was Lazada's very first in-app live stream and I was given the opportunity to manage it directly with the Alibaba team. For me, it was a golden opportunity to learn from the expert, and I will never forget the feeling when we first hit 10,000 views in that night. So preparing this campaign was very tiring, but I will never forget my first Double 11 experience. In that night, the stadium was filled with our audiences. I remember the crowd was very supportive and the stage was very nice and grand. Everything went into perfect. This was the group picture of the marketing team back then. When the show ended, I was very happy that we made it together with the team. It was very tiring, but it was a very good memory and experience. The next day on 11/11, the office was very happening and everyone was just in high spirit. Here is another group picture with Kylee together. This is actually my last campaign in 2018 as I have finished my contract with Lazada and I was going for a working holiday. In these 6 months, honestly, I didn't expect that I would have so many great memories and experience with Lazada and my friend. Every morning, I used to look forward to going office to see them because we literally spend days and night together. We have been through the fun part and the stress part together as a team. At the end of the day, I was just grateful that I have met each of them in my life. As my working holiday in US was ending, Omar invited me back to the social team. It took me a few weeks to think about the new job scope, but I really like to work with the team, so I say yes. Welcome to Lazada 2.0. Time flies in Lazada, people come and go. I've met many old and new faces as the marketing family has expanded so much. Beginning of my return, I was sent to many trainings and workshops in different countries. I kept flying to Singapore and Bangkok. Those days was fun because I get to meet a lot of new friends. Back to reality, my new job scope was about data performance and budget management. It was quite challenging for me as you know, this was not what I used to do and I am not good to deal with numbers. I feel nervous, so I keep telling myself this is a good time for me to step out of my comfort zone. There will always be a new experience. Lazada has become more aggressive and competitive. The workload was crazy and you know what they said, welcome to Lazada. So there is never ending campaigns and no one loves long working hours. This time, I have learned to balance my work and my personal time. Less OT life compared to Lazada 1.0. Back then, Stan and I used to say go home at 6 p.m. is our personal KPI.
Wait, I haven't changed to Lazada, changed to my personal IG.
Where's your favorite?
You.
During my second month, I actually got the confirmation and later on I took up a new project which is to build last life ecosystem in the local e-commerce market. Cut to the chase, this project is not easy at all, especially with the freaking limited support and most of the time I have to DIY. I would say majority of my stress came from this project, but last life was my baby project. I tried my best to make it a success until the project was passed on to someone else. Back then, my friends at work were my main source of fuel. I have met Shanice, Irene, Diana, and more friends. Life is better when we have team building, high tea, workout session, and also weekend getaway.
Well, I don't think we can make it this year. It's like TikTok, it's stuck at this point. We are not.
Here comes my second 99 campaign and we always get a lot of merchandise from the company. Fast forward to my second Double 11 campaign, and this year we also have our super show. We work hard and play hard. At the end of the day, we enjoy the outcome together as a team. I remember those nights when Kylee, Benji and I used to OT every night for our year-end campaigns. 我们是互相支持和鼓励的伙伴。As well as Cindy, she is our Gassit queen. She put in a lot of effort and hard work to bring Gassit to life. And then we have our very last mega campaign, 12 and this time round, Bao Xian from Singapore came to KL and support us. Cindy. Twelve campaign was not as hectic as Double 11, so on that day we were just enjoying those activities in the office. In 2019, a lot of people left the company and my job scope have changed a few times. I was back to doing campaign and more super brand day. Sometimes I do feel things are getting out of my hand. Life feels so lost. Like, I often ask myself, why am I doing this? How am I going to fight all this? Why don't I feel recognized? I had a lot of self-doubt that I feel like leaving the company. Things are completely different, especially when I know Stan, Hafiz and Omar are leaving soon. But then again, change is the only constant, and that's just the nature of e-commerce. So I told myself, I just have to learn how to adapt to the environment and find my own place in Lazada. Hey, stay positive.
Chop magic in the air. Had to so good.
My 2020 started with a positive mind. I wanted to work hard and create new change. But then, the pandemic crushed us and MCO happened. We began to work from home. In March, it was Lazada's 8th birthday. But because of MCO, our team had to quickly re-strategize our plan virtually. But thankfully, it was still a success. During the pandemic, Lazada created a lot of good initiatives to help the SME and NGO. I was told to lead a new Kylee project. Basically, is to build more brand love for the Malaysia customer during pandemic. With the new approach, we get positive social growth week by week and achieve our KPI. So in May, I've got promoted. To be honest, I wasn't expecting any promotion at this pandemic time, so I'm very grateful for it. With the longest to-do list at work, I had a few headache and stress months. Every day, I find my to-do list piling up. There's always back-to-back campaign, SPD, Kylee project, growing TikTok, and more. It was very overwhelming, and yet our team has been under manpower. As the nature of business, the corporate has always been ambitious. They roll out many projects, and the social team have to constantly support other functions. For me, I feel frustrated and struggle when they roll out new projects and those projects isn't well planned. In e-commerce, every deadline is like tomorrow, and every project was told is important. They used to say, we need bigger, we need better, we need more. Every year, we get crazier. Later on, we have Lee Mi-ho as our regional ambassador. And fast forward as I welcome my third 11/11 and Lazada 9th birthday in 2021, the marketing team brought those campaigns to life and we pulled off 2 super shows again. At some point, I began to feel like a hamster, constantly running on the wheel, reaching nowhere. I feel confused. That's when I get a hint I need to slow down and start to think about my career future. For me, I enjoy 50% of the time when we fight through the mega campaigns with the marketing family. Another 50% is when I feel stressed about the workload. While things are still running the same in 2021, I have started to think seriously to put an end to this journey. Well, I really enjoyed the birthday campaign we did this year, but in the long run, do I really feel enjoy what am I doing? I want to make sure I don't just resign based on my feelings, so I made a list of pros and cons of why I want to resign. First, I feel out of touch with the company's strategy. Second, I feel tired with my workload. People left and we don't have newcomers to support more projects. The social team is breaking apart. Third, I don't see myself growing in this position anymore. I've learned as much as I could and I am stuck now. So that's it. I've decided to move on. In late April, I finally pressed the resign button. That was a huge relief. My working days in Lazada are unforgettable. It has filled with sweat and laughter, and I am grateful for the friendship and lesson. I am still proud of what Lazada have done and what Lazada will become. Now, while figuring out my next career move, I'm gonna enjoy some adulthood time off and enjoy life like a kid again.